The woman was about to throw out the trash when she suddenly saw her husband, who had been missing for the last 3 years and never returned home. Upon seeing her, her husband started repeating her name, as if he had lost his memory. Seeing his dirty and tired face, the woman's heart broke. She hugged him and started crying. 3 years ago, on their engagement day, her husband, a soldier, received an emergency order from the army, saying he had to go to the border to fight immediately. Considering it his duty to the country, he left behind his personal happiness and went on the mission. But just a minute before leaving, the woman, wearing a white wedding gown, ran to him and said she wanted to marry him. The man, thinking he might not return after this war, began breaking up with her. But then, the woman took out her wedding ring, put it on her finger, and in front of everyone, promised she would always wait for him, no matter what happened. After this, the man went to war. He gave his all in the battle and won. But when he was finally on his way home, one of his companions betrayed him, killed him, and threw him into a ravine. However, his mother couldn't believe her son was dead because his body hadn't been found yet. So, she promised a $1 billion reward to anyone who could bring her son back. On the other hand, the woman left her parents' home due to their constant pressure to get married and waited for the man for 3 long years. Finally, one day, she found her husband, but his mental state wasn't right. Despite that, she never left him and took him to the best doctors. But the treatment required a lot of money, so she started working at a construction site to save money. But even after working so hard, she still couldn't gather enough money for the treatment. So, with no other option, she went to ask her parents for help, but she found them also selling trash due to financial difficulties. Seeing this, the woman became emotional and started apologizing to her parents. Her parents forgave her and decided to support their daughter. The next day, some relatives came to convince the girl to marry a rich old man who could offer her luxury and a good life. But the girl firmly refused and decided to stay with her husband. Upon hearing this refusal, one relative became angry and slapped the girl. The man, witnessing this, became upset and started arguing with the relative. But then, the relative's husband kicked the man, causing him to fall backward and hit his head on an iron object behind him. He fell to the ground, making everyone scared. But in the next moment, the man regained his memory and remembered everything. How he had left his engagement to go to war and how he was betrayed and killed. Now, what will the man do next? To find out, like this part.